welcome back to Redneck Snack. The laugh is too short to be serious. Now, Hardee's is advertising new mac and cheese. How new it really is, I don't know, but it's described as creamier than before, from what I've read. So, interesting stuff. I don't know if they've done mac and cheese in the past. I feel like they have, but I could be very wrong. Either way, we're here to review it because they have signs everywhere, and you know, that's always got temptation behind it. Haven't seen any reviews on this from anyone I've subscribed to, so that's intriguing. I did plan to try this alongside their hot chicken, but you know, I never really got to it. So there's that. Anyways, very interesting trip to Hardee's. You know, some Hardee's have been really just crappy. Some have really just done very well with things. And so, you know, this one was interesting. They did everything, you know, everything they did kind of, you know, I was happy with the way it all played out. But it was still intriguing. So I roll up, I'm like, oh, y'all got mac and cheese? I'm going to buy a side of that. And so they charged me for a large side. And they do give me a large side of this. It's $3.29. Now, I'm also trying to collect the Adult Swim toys. Now, I have 6 out of 8. That's great. I'm going to buy like 10 more, and then I'm going to call it quits, I think. They're $3 each. Now, at first, she didn't know what I was talking about. And then I was like, oh, they come with that adult meal, and they're in the little black bag. She's like, oh, I know what you're talking about. And so I sat there in awkward silence for about a minute. And she's like, is mac and cheese on it? And I was like, yeah, but I want to know about those toys. And she's like, oh, I'm just giving 2. It's like, okay, cool. So I pull up, and she's like, oh, we charge you for 1 mac and cheese, but we're giving you 2. Is that okay? And I was like, I didn't know what she was saying at first. It's like, yeah. After the second time, she's like, yeah, that's cool. So I got 2 sides of mac and cheese. I got 3 free toys, which is great. You know, I thought she was just going to give me 1. She gave me 3. And 2 of them ended up being new. The other one I didn't open, but they have a little peephole. For anyone that's collecting these, they have a little peephole. Right there, you can see it. You can see right straight through it. So there's a peephole on both sides. So if you really care that much, you can see which toy it is. But they also have codes, and so I'm keeping track of a list on which ones have which codes. I know 3 of them so far, because when I first opened these up, and there's the toys, when I first opened them up the first day, I was like, let's just wing it, because I didn't know where the codes were, because not every time you have a code, and I couldn't find anything. So let's just open all of them. I got very lucky. I got 4 different ones out of 8. And then after the fact, I just kept inspecting. And so that's when I found the codes, but I just didn't know which ones to match it, because, you know, pulled the toys away from the packaging. So lost out on that. But now I'm down to 2, and I know what codes I have and what codes I don't have. So very excited to kind of figure out which ones match which for those new ones I got. But yeah, a little wordy there, a little, you know, off the side, off the, you know, away from the point. But I love weird experiences. I love different trips to different places. Sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're great. I just love talking about it. So just airing out my feelings, my experiences here to you. But yeah, we've got mac and cheese, and this looks super good. Like, and it may not be, but we're gonna test it out. So Hardee's mac and cheese. Yeah, we do have weird lighting. I apologize, but we're gonna roll with it. So the nice knife and fork. And let's take one more look into the mac and cheese. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? That looks good. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and try this out. You know what? That does taste creamier. Creamier and cheesier. So, it's kind of like Stouffer's. I'm not a huge Stouffer fan. So, I get upset from tasting Stouffer's. But, it's kind of like you take Stouffer's, maybe put a little bit of that Kraft mac and cheese powder in there. And it's a very good improvement to the mac and cheese. I definitely do like this a lot more than some of the previous mac and cheeses that they've done, or fast food places have had, you know. Now, I will say Chick-fil-A is one of my favorites, and this definitely doesn't top Chick-fil-A's, but it is really good. Maybe not high-grade mac and cheese, but I'm enjoying it. I really do think it's a nice step up from the usual Stouffer's that you get from a fast food chain, and it's cheesy, it's creamy, it goes down smooth. So definitely recommend it as a side. I guess you can order it with a meal, and that's fine, you know. If you order it with a meal, that's cool. But you know, you can get it with your fried chicken too. They do fried chicken boxes. So I haven't had their fried chicken in a while. I think I had it back in May. So it's been a while. But yeah, I'm gonna quit eating. That goes down pretty nice. Nothing over the top, but for me, I give that a 7. I think it does fare. I think, again, it's not the overly greatest thing of mac and cheese I've had, but it works well. So now I'm gonna go back on my hunt for these daggone Adult Swim toys. There's 8 in all. I've got 6 now, and I don't even know what these names are. I think one of them Space Ghost, and the other one, who knows. But got 2 more left to go. That's not Space Ghost, and Space Ghost is the one I'm missing. But exciting stuff. That'll be out till November 8th, I believe. Early November is when Adult Swim comes in. The mac and cheese should be there to stay. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this nice, humble, short review. And hopefully I will see y'all around. Yeah!